Hi all, and welcome to the Tina Cloud and TinaCMS Sprint 89 review and retro, and to the Sprint 90 forecast. First, we'll be going through the review. So for our sprint goals, we had the new search functionality, which was just recently released. That was done by Jack. And we also had focus on the authentication and sign-up issues, where we did some work around the SSO. You want to speak to that, Brooke?
Yeah, we simplified and made it more obvious to users how to access the SSO sign-in page, which we'll see later on.
For the spits, we had 5,290.
We really need to put the number of the prior month before that just to get context of that, whether it's up or down.
Yeah. Oh, I'll put a
That's
little
what it's
emoji there saying that it's up.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah. Anyway, Tina Cloud, we had 80 hours billed to Brooke and myself. And for TinaCMS, we had 104 hours billed to Ivan, Jack, Isaac, and Hark, which I believe might be a mistake with Hark.
No, I think he's trying to vibe code Tina.
Okay.
So I think it's probably right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I had a chat to him after our initial discussion, and it is correct. It's for a video apparently.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's good to see a bit more love on Tina CMS now. Jack should be happy. Where is Jack?
Doctor's appointment.
Yeah,
Oh.
he said doctors.
Was he in the prior one? Okay.
For the sprint backlog, key things to note was the state issue with SSO login button. You want to speak to that, Brooke?
Yeah, so
get
previously
an
the
image.
only way to access the SSO sign-in page was to start typing an email associated to an SSO domain. This wasn't very intuitive to the user, so we've added if you scroll down slightly on this image, an enterprise SSO login button, which takes you to the same page that you would if you had typed in your email. We haven't removed that functionality either, though. You can still get to this page by typing in an SSO enabled email, and we've just made it more clear.
We also had work done around the collaborator table.
Yep. So previously, the collaborator invitation tables were all unique in some sense, and they weren't actually using the same code. So there was lots of discrepancies between them. I've gone ahead and simplified that, so they're all pulling from the same components. The UI is all the same. In addition to that, I've also made this organization users invitation table much more obvious, that you can select multiple users, and cleaned up some of the UI around that.
Sweet. Yep. We also, got the search released. There was some work done additionally in the sprint. Just a small thing around the search button. We added a search button to help the UX out with when users go to search. So it's a bit more intuitive. And it's also mobile friendly. Other thing was the TinaCMS Explore menu. You want to speak to that, Isaac?
Yep. So I picked this up from a few months ago and have started a bit of work on it again. It still needs to be checked by Matt, and there's still some UX work to do probably, but it's functionally pretty much there, I think. So you can see, Eli just showed the before. So there's kind of a list of all the documents you have access to on a page, and it's kind of hard to understand what the menu is. And we're converting it to a file system format. So on the after, you can see now you can see the structure of your documents behind the scenes in the Tina visual editor, and then access any of those, the form for any of those documents that you may want to edit.
Sweet. So for the sprint burnup, we had 41 remaining and 1 completed. Code coverage, not yet logged. Production deployments, we had 1 deployment for Tina Cloud and 1 release for TinaCMS. Application health overview timeline, for the identity API 500s, we've seen a decrease from 14 to 12. Content API HP 500s decreased from 4K to 1K. Yeah, that was due to the rules team taking off their concurrency. So that seen a big drop in the amount of errors, but still, yeah, some are coming through.
So there should have been a lot more traffic last Friday with the Chewing the Fat and everybody using SSW rules.
Yeah.
Do you see it? Anything here
Um,
compared with the
yeah,
prior
because
week?
when exactly did that get released?
Well, most of them would have been working on it on Friday.
It was the 9th.
Yeah, the 9th. So you can see there, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but there is a bit of a spike there from
Right.
around like
Not
55K to 100K.
Right.
So yeah, there was a lot of activity
Right.
when
Okay.
the rules project got released. Yeah. So issues opened and closed for TinaCMS. We had last month 18 issues opened and 15 closed. This month we had 12 opened and 1 closed.
Also,
Organization. Oh yeah,
yeah,
sorry, Brooke.
all good. Looking at the organizations and projects created over the last 7 days, we had an increase from 79 to 88, which is awesome. Looking at the monthly trend, it's still slightly going down, but looks pretty healthy regardless. In terms of the user onboarding, we had a decrease from 10% to 6% and a collaborator decrease from 32 to 16%, which is a little unfortunate, but could still be recovering from the Christmas holidays. Looking at our onboarding stats,
just with that previous stat with the collaborators being invited, if everyone in SSW was invited, I assume that would be included on that collaborator stats. Can we check to see who didn't go through and make a commit after being invited?
Yeah. Can we actually find the names and talk to them?
Yep. Although the onboarding is going down here, the actors user is still the primary choice, which is great. That's all we care about in this instance. Looking at the unique cloners for each of the starters templates, it seems there's been quite large decreases, bare bones and self-hosted being hit the most, going down quite a lot. Looking at our package downloads for the week, we've had an increase from 26,000 to 28,000, which is always nice to see. There were no progress to the epics that are in this sprint. And in terms of experimental work, Jack worked on some of the search issues there. And then in terms of AI tools, it seems everyone on the team is using Yakshaver and some form of Copilot or Cursor.
Okay, so these stats, what I'd like you to do is click on that first link. Does anyone remember looking at these stats last week when it was just a Claude prompt? Now it is changed to be a Claude code and agents and skills. And he said, be critical and give advice or something. So it is a lot more. It's said, let's just look at the key decisions if we can have a look at that. Now, this one is not like Copilot. It's just looking at the transcript. It's saying the key decisions, just make it a little larger. Keep SSO login as secondary option by Brooke. Separate done via from the search feature PBI, decided by Matt. Assign an invitation bug to Kaha, decided by Eli. Delay V4 spec review if client work conflicts by Matt. Consolidate examples using shared content, no submodules by Matt. And sprint priorities, search docs, video first, then media management, decided by Matt. So, and it's got lots of little comments about, clear prioritization and stuff like that. Action items. Well, first of all, before I read out the action items, so the key decisions somewhat accurate. Pretty good. The action items, complete search documentation, complete media management, implement new indexing logic for media management, client review. That doesn't, okay, so that might take them away from the team. Create done view for the search feature, investigate invitation acceptance bug, and add post hog for beta metrics.
It would have been better metrics.
Offer better metrics. Okay. Schedule UX review for explore menu with Matt. Remove deprecated repos and Vercel deployments. Oh, that's a good one. Thank you, Ivan. And consolidate example repos and fix daily CI. Clear box to 0. Good. Okay. All right. Somewhat good. Fun. All right. Let's scroll down and see what criticism it gives us. Okay. The product owner is disconnected. Matt admitted he hasn't looked at the backlog in weeks. Why
How
were you
dare
doing
you
that,
have
Matt?
holidays, Matt?
Yeah.
It's exposing a lot.
The product owner is responsible for prioritization. That was raised by Matt Wicks. He self-admitted it.
Yeah, because I went on holiday.
Scrum Master excluded. Eli had to ask, what is V4 during planning? He wasn't on the strategic thread about the most important initiative. Oh, that's a good one. Daily CI failing silently. Ivan revealed the daily CI hasn't been failing for a while. Sorry. And has normalized. People are ignoring automated quality checks. Very good. All right. All good. Click on the timeline. What's there? Okay. So it says 45 minutes, and these are the different things you did, the title tags, and yeah, good. Scroll down. It says, did you see it said 12 minutes wasted? Here we go. Dead time. What's that red stuff? Scroll down.
Probably waiting for you.
Nice formatting there. Dead time. Forecast setup. Almost 5 minutes was lost to set up and waiting. Small talk about Matt's Japan trip. Goodness. Wait.
So it had context that I was on holiday and then complained that
Yes,
I took a holiday.
All right, keep going down. That's great, isn't it? So work assignment.
$115 wasted.
Yes.
Yeah, the meeting cost is good.
It doesn't really know how to charge our rates. Sprint planning work assignment discussed invitation acceptance bug assigned to Kaha, media indexing carryover. Critical. Matt claims bug is by design. Eli and Ivan disagree. Oh, this is good. Team member assigned complex bug without context. Oh, good. All right. Anyway, so keep going down. Now, the thing that I'm noticing is there's no talk about this image bug, the one that we couldn't let people use for SSW rules because of a Tina image bug. And it seems more important than most of this stuff. Scrolling down.
That's media management. And we basically just said, yeah, we're going to work on that. That was the entire context. And indexing talk is about the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It would be a part of this, media management.
If you are putting an image onto a document and you're getting a nasty error message, that seems high priority to me. Yep. Click people and roles. And it worked out that Eli is a facilitator and he consumes more airtime than ideal. Okay, Matt.
What does that even mean?
Now, we don't tell it that Matt is the product owner. And no one says, hey, product owner. Yeah. It's just the way that the conversation is going. Matt, underprepared, but still directive when present. There's a hidden cost. Ivan's pipeline insight was nearly lost. Sorry, that was very quiet. Okay. And there's a hidden cost. Kaha asked 0 questions during the first meeting. A lost learning opportunity. All right. Very good. Scroll down.
I don't think that was directed to mine. I think it was directed to Brooke's mic, not my pipeline thing.
Is the hidden cost incorrect?
I think so. Yeah.
What does it mean? Sorry, that was very quiet. Your mic. Oh, sorry.
Brooke said something, I couldn't hear him, and I think that thing decided it was directed to me.
Stop talking about your mic when you're talking about.
Okay. I haven't mentioned my mic. That's everyone else.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with my end.
All right. Scroll down.
I can hear myself.
Did you switch mics?
To this one.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
Okay. Good. Oh, that's it. And what's the insights? And some notable quotes. Let's do a notable quote. What was that? Oh,
Notable quote.
Yeah, notable quote. I haven't looked at the backlog in weeks. I'm not convinced it's ever been alive in my lifetime here. My fear is just it'll be some more tech debt that's going to be added on. Yep. Oh, that's a good one. And Brooks one, plans can change, so there aren't locked in
That
stone.
was Matt.
Oh, that was Matt saying that. Plans can change. They got it wrong. Weird. Oh, sorry. Am
No.
I reading it wrong?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're reading it wrong.
Yeah, sorry. Yes. Okay, good. And what's next? Analytics, anything there? Wonder why it scrolls down. And it thinks that basically you broke this down by talking about examples and sprint planning, dead time, media management, title tags and SSO and miscellaneous stuff. Next, trends.
Trends.
And okay, read. All right. Good. All right, looks like fun.
Yeah.
Thank Callum for that, or thank Claude for that. Good. Let's keep going. Let's see what Copilot says.
Do you want to continue on, Brooke?
Yep. So Eli did most of the talking, followed by Matt, me, and Jack, with Devon coming in occasionally, and then Isaac and Kaha just being along for the ride. According to this AI, the main item completed was adding title tags. Yeah, I guess so. I would say probably the table, right? Or the
I would
search.
say the search.
Yeah. Table or the search.
Right.
Okay, with the retro, I guess the search did was the largest piece of completed work. So the rules team are ready to just upgrade to the latest version. They don't need to make any config changes. Jack's going to fix up the docs for that, and then work on a video for the channel to get that over the line to finish that off. But we did talk about that. It was quite a productive sprint, and it was good to pair up with people. And there's a lot of good improvements on the Tina Cloud UX. In terms of what didn't go so well, there was some issues raised around the rules launch, around a few different facets of it. So editorial workflow, media management, and authentication. And whilst a lot of stuff was done, there weren't a lot of dones on the board. So in terms of the next week, break down larger PBIs into smaller ones, just so we can track that velocity.
Cool. Cheers, Matt. So moving on to the Sprint 90 forecast. Sprint goals. Search docs and video finished. So yeah, some docs and video for the new search functionality. And we've also got the media management, making sure that those indexes are working and are all seeded for existing users.
All right, I have to ask, what about the bugs that were raised with media management?
Yeah, so
the
the work that needs to be done to resolve that is to add in the branching for media management. And for that to go in, we need the media management indexes.
Okay, so this is, can you put in brackets a prerequisite for the nasty error messages that are popping up?
Adam, for context, Jack and I did a bit of soul searching in the media manager space, and it seems that the editorial workflow is the main culprit here. So it will work okay for most users that are not using it. So if they are pushing stuff direct to main, then when they update, delete, and get images, it works fine. So that's why we're starting with indexes and editorial workflow. So it seems like a side step, but it's actually a step in the right direction to fix that.
Okay. Part of what does my head in is the image goes in nicely, but it has the impression from the error message that didn't even work, and it's there.
Yeah, so I think there's a couple bugs there. There's one that Michaela raised where the image doesn't go in correctly because it's trying to push into a branch that is protected. And then there's other ones where, yeah, it's trying to push into an unprotected branch, and then it's just throwing an error out. But all of these can be resolved once we get the media management indexing in and set up the media management through the editorial workflow.
Okay, so if this works nicely with Eli and Ivan doing this, does that mean in the next sprint it's gone away or not?
No, it's a bit of work around the media management. So
Okay.
yeah.
So it won't be. The reason I'm asking is obviously I want to send a ring the bell for the rules team for everyone to try including the images, but I don't want to do that until this is done.
Yeah, no, yeah, it'll be a bit of work around that. So I don't imagine it will be done next sprint.
Okay.
Cool. So for our backlog, key things to note. Basically the finishing off the search functionality. Not functionality, but the documentation and video, media management, and we've got some additional work around the refactoring of the examples, which is going to be great since it's been around for a while. And we've been getting a lot of issues raised in Discord around those examples. So refactoring those out will be great. We didn't have too much chat around Discord, which was unfortunate, but yeah. And yeah, that's about it for the backlog.
Sorry, before you go, is there any other ones that were raised from the SSW rules launch?
Yeah, so we had quite a few raised about the way we generally handle Markdown. So essentially, we had one about not handling the brackets in an email template properly, and a few of the similar nature, but it will take a lot of effort to fix those. So Jack and I had a general estimate, and it's probably another epic to rewrite or at least readdress the way we parse Markdown in general. So while we've looked at them, that's not exactly something we can easily fix right now.
Right.
My assumption is in this V4 investigation / work, this will be solved. So I don't think it's worth spending time.
But V4 is a long way away.
You'd be redoing the same work.
Yeah.
Really?
You'd be duplicating the work. It won't be worth fixing it here if we're just going to end up rewriting the whole pipeline in the V4.
Right.
There's a lot of wasted time. Both of them very long refactors.
So V4 obviously has the front end and it has the APIs. If we concentrated on V4 of the APIs, then it wouldn't be wasted work.
This is what the first spike's going to be about,
Right.
to figure that all out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, another one that's on the backlog for the next sprint is the invitation acceptance, which was raised a lot around with the rules. Yeah, it was more around just that whole invitation process, inviting people to projects. It's not entirely clear. Or couldn't be. It's not as clear as it could be. So yeah.
Just before we just finish that, is there any, like, I can see you prioritize the refactor examples, and the samples are important to fix up, but they've been broken for a long time. This other stuff that's popped up seems more pressing. Does anyone think that we should be working on the ones that were just reported by a whole bunch of people?
Another reason we want to refactor all of these examples is right now TinaCMS is very hard to test our changes to make sure they actually work.
Okay.
So by refactoring these examples, we'll have 4 projects that we can actually properly test against.
Right.
Because right now it's just kind of finger in the wind. This looks about right.
Okay. All right.
So for the Copilot stats, next main item is to complete the search documentation and produce a video, which was one of the sprint goals. So I'd say it's pretty accurate. Yeah. So thank you all for attending this meeting. This will be uploaded to the TinaCMS YouTube channel under the Sprint Summaries playlist. Hope you all enjoyed. Cheers.
Thanks, Eli. Cheers.